Imagine this. It's late in the afternoon. You're facing a barrage of emails, deadlines loom, and your boss wants a decision on a critical project. Right now, sound familiar? We've all been there. This constant mental juggling act can leave us feeling drained and mentally exhausted, a state psychologists call ego depletion. Think of it like a muscle that gets tired after repeated use. Every decision we make, every impulse we resist, chips away at this precious resource. The more depleted we become, the harder it is to think clearly, make sound judgments, and resist those tempting distractions. Remember that frustrating encounter with a colleague you didn't handle well? Or that unhealthy snack you reached for in a moment of weakness? Ego depletion likely played a role. The good news is, by understanding this phenomenon, we can learn to manage our mental energy more effectively and thrive both at work and in life. The modern workplace, with its constant demands and relentless pace, can be a breeding ground for ego depletion. Think about your typical day: back to back meetings, a never ending email inbox, demanding clients, and the pressure to constantly perform at your best. Tasks that require sustained focus, complex decision making, emotional regulation, and impulse control all tap into our limited pool of willpower. When we're operating in a state of constant depletion, it shows up in our work. We become more prone to errors, procrastination, irritability, and burnout. Every time we engage in self control, our brains burn through glucose. As our glucose levels dip, so does our capacity for self regulation. Think of it like running a marathon on an empty stomach. You might start strong, but you're bound to hit a wall eventually. By understanding the science behind ego depletion, we can develop strategies to conserve and replenish our mental energy, allowing us to perform at our best even when the going gets tough. We've all experienced the effects of ego depletion. Even if we didn't have a name for it, how can you tell if you're running low on mental energy? The signs can be subtle at first, but they tend to become more pronounced as depletion sets in. One of the most common signs is difficulty concentrating. You find yourself rereading the same sentence multiple times or zoning out during meetings. Decisions that once seemed straightforward now feel overwhelming. You might even find yourself procrastinating on important tasks, opting for easier, less demanding activities instead. Emotionally, ego depletion can manifest as irritability, impatience, and a shorter fuse. You might snap at colleagues, feel easily frustrated, or have a harder time regulating your emotions. Physically, you might experience fatigue, headaches, or difficulty sleeping. The key is to recognize these signs early on and take steps to replenish your mental energy before you hit a wall. Ignoring the signs of ego depletion only prolongs the problem and can lead to more serious consequences, such as burnout, poor decision making, and strained relationships. Now that we understand the impact of ego depletion, the question becomes, how do we combat it? The good news is there are several practical strategies you can implement to conserve and replenish your mental energy. Prioritize your most important tasks for the day. Identify the big rocks that require the most focus and willpower, and tackle them when your energy levels are highest, typically in the morning. By getting these tasks out of the way early, you'll free up mental bandwidth for less demanding tasks later in the day. Build in regular breaks throughout your day. Even short breaks, as brief as 5 to 10 minutes, can make a world of difference. Step away from your desk, take a walk outside, listen to some music, or engage in any activity that allows your mind to rest and recharge. Don't underestimate the power of sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night to ensure your mental reserves are fully replenished. Pay attention to your diet. The brain requires a steady supply of glucose to function optimally, so be sure to fuel your body with nutritious foods throughout the day. Dealing with ego depletion isn't just about quick fixes, it's about building long term resilience. By incorporating sustainable practices into your daily routine, you can strengthen your willpower muscle and better manage the inevitable demands of the workplace. One powerful practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, allowing you to better manage stress and regulate your emotions. Another key aspect of resilience is setting healthy boundaries. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel pressured to be on all the time. Make a conscious effort to set boundaries between your work life and personal life. Establish specific times when you disconnect from work and engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Finally, remember that self compassion is crucial. We all have limited willpower, and there will be times when we feel depleted. Rather than beating yourself up, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a friend. By implementing these practical strategies, you can take control of your mental energy, improve your decision making, and thrive in all aspects of your life.